जो अंग्रेजी का ब्लैंक है ना वो बहुत नेगेटिव वर्ड है. तुम पूछते हो व्हाट्स डिफरेंस इन बिटवीन ब्लैंक एंड काम. आई गो ब्लैंक एंड isn't it a good thing or bad thing, right? Being blank can be like a mind is in a space where it's indecisive, or should I say the mind is foggy. Like you are traveling in a car and the windscreen is all dusty, muddy, hay, straw, all stuck onto that. The driver cannot drive because can't see the road. If it is very cold, rainy, foggy, evening time or the night time, it becomes a hell for the driver to drive. So in that connotation, we have to say that the windscreen of the car should never be foggy. It should be clear. So clear, calm. For the mind it becomes, it should be calm. Blank is, you can't see anything. If you can't see anything, then you can't drive the car. Right? So being blank in that sequence, we can say that that's not a good thing. Screen of the mind should always be clear. Clear means calm. That can only happen if the mind is not delusional. Delusion meaning you don't know what's right and what's wrong, what to do, what not to do. And then hence you are in that space where the mind is like blank. An unintelligent mind has the probability of being in this blankness. Like the ride of the mind is like, let's do this, then too much aggression in doing that. Or the mind goes into slumber, idle, doesn't want to do anything at all. The laziness will surely lead to blankness. Similarly, the delusion, where there is a confusion in the mind, even this will lead to the active, creative thinking of the mind is not possible. So, the clarity of your mind about the in itself should be wonderful, and about others should be very clear. So Patanjali Yoga Sutra talks about this kind of confusion of the mind, where the person is disturbed and irritated and doesn't know what to do and is overthinking about what to do, but is never coming to a conclusion. Now here this grey smoky area of being blank comes in, which is not good at all. The word used in Sanskrit is akrishta and klishta. Klishta means muddled, dirty, polluted modification of mind. Aklishta is the mind is absolutely clear. Like the young boy who was talking to me. Should I go for a better paying job? Should I leave the home and go at a distance to do the job? Should I stay at home and do a convenient job? Should I stay in ashram for some time? Clarity is not there. Now, he was expecting that I would say, okay, you do this. Well, I don't allow anybody to put their gun on my shoulder. I say, it's your life, so your shoulder and your gun. You aim what you want to do. I cannot decide for you. Because when I decide for somebody, if something goes wrong, all the blame will come on to me. And I'm not ready to take anybody's blame onto me. Why should I? It's your life, so you should decide what you want to do. I won't go to anybody to ask, should I do this or shouldn't I do this? No. If I want to do something, I'll do it. If I don't want to do it, then may the hell break loose. I will still not do it. Why? Socially, it can be called stubbornness. But in spiritual world, we call it clarity of the thought. When your goal is clear, when your mind is not confused, when there is no dilemma, when there is no duality, then you are never blank. Your mind is so calm that you are ready to take all the risk. You know what the consequence will be of whatever you do, and you are ready for that consequence also. It's like a very calculated risk. The risk is there, but it's a very calculated risk. So when you know how to take a calculated risk, you are a very worldly wise person. But in spiritual world, there are some moments where there is no calculation which is to be done, and it just have to be taken a blind jump. That's it. That requires a very gutsy, very confident, very clear, very calm mind. Because the calmness will not allow you to be rash or to be just, sometimes people are too guided and they get propelled by their emotions and their urges. But a mind which is calm is never propelled by urges, never propelled by the emotional flooding. So right on the track always. There is a very beautiful story in Guru Gobind Singh Maharaj's life. It said that it was a time of war, and Guru's message was sent off to all the soldiers that Guru is calling, the war is right there, and everybody has to join back because, like the leave which people had taken to go home and visit and, do stuff or vacation at home. So they were all summoned back. This young boy who was about to get married, about to take this 7 circles, the Fera, and the message comes in. And the message was, right away, in whatever situation you are, come back to Anandpur Sahib and join the army because the war is going to happen. It's imminent. So the moment he hears that Guru Samman is there, so he gets up and he says, I'm going. Parents said that, how can you leave your marriage in between? And he said, okay, here I give my sword. And in old days, that's what the warriors used to do. If a warrior has to go or is out in a war, then the girl would be married off with the sword of this warrior. So he said, here is my sword, you complete the feras and whatever the ritual. I cannot stay for a minute. And he just took his horse and galloped to reach Anandpur Sahib. It had been like a full day. He's making his horse run. So horse is tired, he is tired. And then he felt that maybe I sleep for a few hours and then, I can go. He was tired. And then there was this, the dancing girls' houses were in his way. So he listens to this music and they're singing, and those dancing girls call, come, come, come and have a great time with us. So his mind takes a turn, and mind says, what the hell? I should go upstairs and have some moments of joy. Listen to the songs and see the dance. And in any case, I have to leave in the morning only. So it doesn't harm. So he's climbing up the stairs, and just as he's about to come to the entry gate of this dancing girl's room, there is this tall, turbaned and it's a bit dark, but it's like, the guard of the door. So he yells very loudly and he says, "Aren't you sick of Guru? How come you are coming here? Have you left your Guru?" He just shuddered. One, this boisterous voice which is coming from that guard. Two, how does he know I am going to join my Guru's army? Three, and he is rebuking me. And he just ran back, sat atop his horse and galloped, and he was literally shaken and crying. What was I about to do? How could my mind allow me to do that? And he reaches the court in the morning and he takes his quick bath and prepares himself and reaches the court, and he quickly asked all the people over there, "Where is Guru Sahib?" He said, "Very much here." He said, Did he leave Anandpur Sahib? Was he out of the town?" "No, he never went out." And he said, "But..." He said, "What do you mean by? Why are you asking this question?" He said, "But I think so. I heard him. I saw him. He was there." He said, "But where?" Now, he couldn't muster to speak where he was about to go. But then, just with his head in full of guilt and shame and also praising the power of the Guru, that how come Guru could see and feel that I am going to go wayward and go adrift from the path. And it was the Guru in the garb, in the form of that guard who yelled at me, because the similarity of the voice, the sound similarity, can't be anybody else. It was the Guru. And as he was sobbing, somebody said, "Why are you sobbing?" He said, "Don't ask why I am sobbing. Just know this, that we are disciples of a greatest Guru who guards the mind of his disciples. Who guards, and if it is required, he becomes a guard to guard the mind of the disciple." The very strong dedication for the master is the epitome of this whole journey. If you don't have that, then the anchoring of the mind doesn't happen. And mind has those kalishta vritti, meaning the polluted modifications of the mind are always there. The chitta, the subconscious, is just filled with so much of filth and so much of vasana that it is so easy to be off your own journey and to be lost in strange kind of things. So the clarity comes with calmness. Or should I say, the calmness comes to only those who have the clarity. And this clarity is so important that if you have it, and how it comes, it's by contemplation. How contemplation, what to do, that means you need to have the proper listening, the shravana. Listening is very important. So when you listen, and then you keep this great gems of knowledge with you, and then you work on it, contemplating on it again and again, thinking about it, and of course observing the world around you. You know how the worldly people are making fool of themselves, how they are racing after those illusionary images and those goals which seem so beautiful and attractive, that mind gets drifted towards those things. So the Shravana gives you the ability to see dharma, ability to make correct goals of your life. And our mind is so silly actually. Like it is very easy for the water to just flow downwards because the gravity pull is there, so it just flows downward. And it is so difficult for the water to rise. If I want to take water to the 10th floor or the 5th floor water tank, I need a motor to pump it up. But to bring the water from the 5th or the 10th floor down, you don't need any pump. You just let the tap open, the water will flow all the way automatically down towards the ground. So the mind has that ability that it gravitates towards confusion, gravitates towards silliness, gravitates towards sensory pleasures. Like this story which I said, it's a true story of that soldier. At one point, he is leaving his marriage and running to Guru, that Guru has summoned me. And yet, in the way, his mind takes a little detour. He wants to just enjoy, and it's getting attracted, is getting, should I say, like a magnet pulls the iron. So the mind gets pulled towards that indulgences or the pleasures or those fleeting happiness moment which seems so doable to the person. It's the same mind.